Hello, all, very warm welcome. Today we are looking at another LeetCode question, which is PeekingIterator. Now, this question is being asked in the February 1st, second week of 2021, and what this question says is we are given an iterator class interface with method next and hasNext. Design and implement a PeekingIterator that supports a P functionality. It essentially peeks an element that will be returned by the next call or to next. So, uh, if you look at this question, right? We need to kind of come up with a class, and it has say three methods, which is like peek, next, and hasNext. And these three methods are supposed to kind of either tell the given user, whoever is going to use this class, what is my current value to that particular enumerator is, what is my next value, and does it contains a next value or not, right? Now, in a way, what I'm understanding out of this question is this is more specific to a given language, because your I enumerator which is being used here is very intrinsic to C# language. Now, if I want to understand more what this particular language does is I have to just go and look for this link, which is given to us as a hint that okay, what this I enumerator interface is. Now, if I change the language, right, say I change it to let me change it to say Python. So if you see, right, this is a different concept here. Here I'm just saying that okay, I have a given nums, it is of list format and need to work on it, right? Now list has its own method which is specifically to that Python language. If I use Java, if you see, it is having an iterator class, and that is what we are going to use in order to implement our solution. In right now, considering I'm using a C# language, so if I go and look for this I enumerator, right, what function it contains or what method it contains. So uh, I have this I enumerator class, and if I look at it, it contains the following properties. It contains a current property, which says the element which is in the current position. Okay, kind of helps us. Okay, what this peek has to do, right? Peek has to do nothing, but it has to just return my whatever my enumerator which I'm going to create dot current, right? Now, what is my enumerator? Enumerator here. So if someone is trying to call a class, right, whenever he's going to instantiate an object of it, right, and whenever he's going to create an object of it, he has to call the internal constructor to it, right? So whenever I'm going to call a constructor, I have to assign values whichever I'm going to use in that method, right? So if I take it in that manner, I have to create an I enumerator internal. You can say I can make it private, and I can create an enumerator. Now what I'm trying to say here is whenever someone instantiates this class, right, this property of this class will now have this iterator whichever is given as an input, because this is an input which is given to me. Now when the moment I do this, right, I have my internal property or internal, you can say, variable which holds that value, right? And I here if someone calls the say PeekIterator.peek, then I'm using that internal method, and I'm just using the current functionality which is given to us as a property here, right? Now, what is the next question which is they're asking? Okay, I need to implement a next class. That means I need to implement whatever the next value in that iterator is. So in order to see what is next, let's go back to this one and see okay, what methods I have. I have a move next. Okay, what does it do is it successfully advances to the next element. So in a way, right, if you see, C# has already given us those methods, those properties, which in a way we are trying to implement here, right? So in this is what I'm going to create is, right, I'm going to create a boolean. This will always keep a flag of that okay, whether I have a next variable in place or not. So I have a next val flag. Okay, I have a next variable which is present or not, right? So what I'll do is, right, what is going to be my current value? That will be my enumerator dot current, right? And I'll move advance to the next value, right? So I'll advance my iterator to the next value. So what that will be? So that will be enumerator dot move next, as we just saw in the in the helper link which was shown here, right? So let me first see whether I'll move to the next one. That was move next capitals. And why I'm having this one, this is always going to maintain that whenever this scope, the object scope is given to us, it always maintains whether I have a next value or not, right? I'll return my current value. And what I'll do here in the next, I'll just return my next val scope, which is this one, right? So if you see, right, this is a medium-based question in LeetCode, but it more or less like very internal to a given language which you are using. Here, what I've done is I've leveraged the enumerator properties and methods which are given to us. I have another method which is called reset. It will reset back to the reset whole collection to kind of to ground zero. But considering I have to use only whatever I have to move to the next iterator, or I have to use the current index. Peek is supposed to do just say what is my next element is. So that was current, and my next method was supposed to move my cursor to the next particular value which is present or not, right? I created this flag just to maintain that, okay, do I have a next value to it, right? And because so that I can leverage that next flag into this particular hasNext method. So let's run this and see what is happening. Okay, I think the output matched. Let's submit it. I got a wrong answer for one of the options, which is this one. I got one false instead of a true. Let's see what happened here. Oh, so for starters, right, the moment I instantiated, I missed one thing, that okay, I'll mark this to true. Let's run this and see if that did the trick. Okay, I got the right results. Let's submit it now. Cool, it got accepted. So suggestion to this one is more or less like the moment you see this question, and in case you didn't follow what I did in the C sharp, use your preferred language, go to the helper documents, read through what that iterator or enumerator is, whichever is being leveraged in your language, read through those methods and properties which you can leverage, and just simply apply them in the method which is being requested here. With this, I'll take your leave. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. In case you liked the explanation, like the description, please go ahead and do like and subscribe. Uh, in case you have any questions, please post that into the comment section. See you next time. Thank you. Thanks a lot.